Legend Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Radsy at a WWE Monday Night Raw review from May 6th. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we start off Raw with Mr. McMahon, Vince, coming out to the ring. So Vince comes out, yeah, welcome to Monday Night Raw, yeah. It will be one for the ages, yeah. It will be a Raw we will never forget. So we have the "It's a Raw we will never forget" cliche. And this Raw will be one for the ages cliche. And then right after that, boring fuckfaces music hits, and then Roman Reigns comes out. Same boring entrance as before. Same reaction as before, wash, rinse, repeat. So Roman comes out, Vince, yeah. I don't know why you're here, Roman, yeah. I got police on standby, yeah. Who the hell are you, yeah. Who the hell is he, Vince? Roman's your golden boy. And Roman's only here because you told him to come over, because Roman gets special privileges. Remember? You put that all in his contract. So Roman comes out, Roman Reigns, you better watch your tone with me. Hold up, Roman. When the fuck did you become WWE chairman? Last I checked, you were just a superstar and Vince McMahon is still a chairman. If anything, Roman, you should be watching your tone with Vince. Roman Reigns, I'll leave it Raw exactly where I found it. What, you're gonna leave Raw like shit? The same way you found it, like shit? Alrighty then. Roman Reigns, you had your spoiled children run the show. Oh, the fucking irony in that. Roman calling everyone on Raw spoiled children. Yet Roman is the most spoiled child Vince has. Just remember, Roman, you're Vince's golden boy. You got Vince's golden shovel. Roman Reigns, I don't take your orders. Bitch, yes you do. Shut up. Roman Reigns, I listen to WWE Universe. Oh, so now he's going to cater to the WWE Universe just to get a cheap pop from the crowd and just kiss their ass. Go ahead, Roman, go for it. Just be as fake as John Cena. Be as fake as fuckboy Buckethead. Vince, yeah. It will be anarchy if SmackDown competitors come to Raw, yeah. The floodgates will be wide open, yeah. And then Daniel Bryan's music hits, and then Daniel Bryan comes out. Vince, yeah, this is a bad dream, yeah. I gotta wake up somehow. Yeah. So then Daniel goes on and says that he was robbed by Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania. You were not robbed by Kofi at Mania. You lost fair and square, you dumbass. Where is your professionalism? So then Daniel says that he was in solitude the last month looking for answers. And Daniel says that he was hoping that him and Vince can have an intellectual conversation. Hard to do that when you have boring fuckface in the ring. So then Kofi Kingston's music hits, and then Kofi Kingston comes out, the WWE Champion. So Kofi comes out, he says that if Daniel had problems with WrestleMania and Kofi being champion, Kofi tells Daniel to not complain to the McMahons. And then Kofi says that Daniel should come complain to him. So then Daniel says that he's going to file his complaint to Kofi. And then Daniel goes and calls Kofi an undeserving champion and his title win is a fluke. Well, Daniel, if he's an undeserving champion, then why does Kofi have that title then? So then Kofi goes on and says that he's champion no matter what excuse Daniel pulls, and that there's not a damn thing Daniel can do about it. So then Vince, yeah, alright, stop. I just have an epiphany, yeah. You know what? We're gonna have a wild card rule now, yeah. We're gonna have 3 competitors from SmackDown show up on Raw, and we're gonna have 3 competitors from Raw show up on SmackDown, yeah. Because you know what? Nothing means anything in WWE anymore, so you know what? We're not gonna have the brand split mean a fucking thing anymore. Yeah, I'm a genius. Yeah. No, you're not, Vince. You're not a genius. If you're a genius, Vince, then the company wouldn't be a poorly run gong show like it is right now, wouldn't it? Dumb fuck. So then Kofi goes on and says that he saw Roman Reigns tweet on Twitter. Yes, the tweet where Roman said that he was ignoring WWE's orders and still showing up on Raw anyway. And this is what it was for. WWE, we'll pretend we have authority and do something, but we actually won't do it because we have no balls. So then Kofi goes on and says that Roman can't have all the fun. And then Daniel goes on and says that he's not here for fun. He came for a WWE title rematch. Daniel, you now gotta earn the opportunity. There's no more rematch clauses. And Kofi's already booked in 2 weeks for Money in the Bank with Kevin Owens, so you got to wait your turn in line. But I guess Daniel's trying to find a way to hop the line. But, So, yeah. And Daniel, if you're not here for fun, then why are you here? You're just here to make that extra moolah since WWE is overpaying everybody? Don't worry, we're going to get to that at the end of this review. So then after that, Drew McIntyre's music hits, and then Drew McIntyre comes out. And then Drew says that if no one has control of Monday Night Raw, then he will come in and clean it up. So then Drew goes on and calls Roman an egomaniac and that the rules don't apply to him. Yeah, the rules don't apply to Roman because Roman is Vince's boy. Have you not figured that out, Drew? And then Drew goes on and says that Roman only got drafted to SmackDown so that Roman can duck him. Roman Reigns, you beat me up, didn't work at WrestleMania. Ah, piss off, Roman. So then Vince said that Vince? Yeah, you know what? We're going to have some WrestleMania rematches on Raw tonight. We're going to have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre later on tonight. Yeah, and then for the main event, we're going to come out and we're going to have a WWE title rematch for Mania, where Kofi Kingston defends the WWE title against Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I'm brilliant. Yeah. No, you're really not, Vince. No, you're not. So then AJ Styles music hits, and then AJ Styles comes out. We then go to commercial break. We come back. So then Vince, yeah, what's up, AJ? Yeah. So then AJ goes on and asks what Vince is doing. Vince, yeah, it's called the wild card rule, AJ, yeah. 3 competitors from SmackDown come to Raw. 3 competitors from Raw go to SmackDown. Yeah. So then AJ goes on and said that he made SmackDown the house that AJ Styles built. But when he came to Raw, Vince then brought Roman to Raw. So then AJ says that he'll go to SmackDown tomorrow night. So AJ's now trying to take advantage of this new rule. So then Seth Rollins' music hits, and then Seth Rollins comes out. Vince McMahon, yeah, easy, Seth, easy, yeah. I'll need 2 of my biggest stars in the company going beating each other up before Money in the Bank, yeah. So then Seth goes on and says that AJ showed his true colors last week by sucker punching him. And then Seth said that SmackDown was fine before AJ showed up, and then after AJ left. Not really. SmackDown was pretty much a fucking shithole before AJ showed up, and then AJ made it watchable. So then Seth goes on and says that this is his show, and that Monday Night Raw is Monday Night Rollins. So then AJ goes on and says that Seth put the title on his face. AJ, that's the whole point of a face-to-face. Put the title in his face. So then AJ says that he'll be the man to kick his ass. And then AJ says he'll be Universal Champ after Money in the Bank. Vince, yeah, you know what? Let's have both of you team up tonight in a tag team match, yeah. And that tag team match will be right now. I'm gonna go get your opponents backstage, yeah. So then Vince goes, once we come back from another commercial break, we then get to our first matchup of the night, a tag team match. AJ and Seth versus the team of Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin. Highlights in the match. Seth's dropkick was good along with AJ's dropkick. Pretty much AJ and Seth trying to one-up each other in this match, so it's pretty much a dick measuring contest. Seth and AJ's synced crossbody dives are pretty good too. Bobby's faceplant was good along with Seth's jawbreaker and his blockbuster. AJ's low forearm was good along with Bobby's spear through the rope. Bobby would botch the landing. I'm not sure what kind of landing that was because Bobby's knee caught the apron. It was a terrible landing. AJ's dropkick followed by his pay-weight kick was good along with his enziguri. Bobby's overhead back body drop was good along with Baron's big right in midair. Pretty well done. Seth's springboard clothesline was good along with a suicide dive. Seth's swing blade and suicide dive combo was pretty good. AJ's drop kick through the rope was pretty good too. Seth's enziguri followed by a super kick, pretty well done. So leads to the match AJ ending. AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm on Baron Corbin. Baron ducks and AJ would accidentally hit Seth. So we have Wrestler accidentally hits finisher on their tag team partner in a tag match, cliche. Or at crucial point in match, cliche. So then AJ goes, he then leaves the ring. Baron takes advantage, he hits the end of days on Seth Rollins. Baron gets the 3 count for the win. So miscommunication leads to Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley being victorious. Who knew that this matchup was going to end that badly? But let us continue on. Next up, we have Sami Zayn's music hits, and Sami Zayn comes out to the ring. Sami then goes on and asks what the WWE Universe has to complain about tonight. So far, Sami, nothing. Just silence. Total silence. So then Sami goes on and says that the difference between him and the universe liking something is that the universe is still themselves. What? So then Sami goes on and says that the WWE Universe blaming somebody is just the easy way out of taking responsibility. What? So then Sami goes on and calls the WWE Universe cowards and everybody in the back cowards, because Sami's now been rubbing people the wrong way backstage. And then Braun Strowman's music hits. Braun Strowman comes out. So then as Braun comes out to the ring, Sami takes his mic, he throws it away, and then Sami takes his coat off. Oh, he's taking the coat off now. Now things are going to get serious. So then as Braun gets in the ring, Sami then leaves the ring and then goes right through the crowd. Braun then chases Sami through the crowd and then all the way to the backstage area. We then get set up for our next matchup, a 6-man tag match. We have the Lucha House Party, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik taking on a team of local jobbers, for fuck's sakes. This shit again. Fuck my life. So while they were getting set up for that match, we then go backstage where Braun is still chasing Sami backstage. Braun will then catch Sami Zayn backstage when Sami tries to open a shop door to go into the parking lot and escape. Braun would catch him and then they go into the parking lot. Braun then grabs Sami, then throws him into a dumpster. And then Braun asks Sami who the coward is now. And then a garbage truck shows up. The garbage truck pulls up to the dumpster Sami's in. He grabs the dumpster can. And then the garbage truck, of course, then throws the trash in the back. So the truck is taking out the trash. Or in this case, we can say Braun Strowman is taking out the trash. But yeah, obviously Sami was on the dumpster. They probably gave Sami enough time to get out of the can, because that would be dumb to have Sami go into a dumpster, into a garbage truck. But yeah, that awkward moment when that segment was more exciting than that 6-man tag match was still supposed to happen. Because after that segment ends, you then forget that there was still a 6-man tag match to happen. So to the matchup of Lucha House Party versus local jobbers, we're not going to waste much time with this. To the ending, all 3 of them hit their finishers on the jobbers. Lince gets 3 count for the win. Who fucking cares about a match with local jobbers? So then next matchup we have Ricochet versus Robert Roode, with Ricochet's Money in the Bank spot on the line. Highlights in the match: Ricochet's head scissor was good along with his drop kick and his moonsault. Robbie's spinebuster was also pretty good too. Leads to match ending. Ricochet hits 630 splash on Rob. Ricochet gets the 3 count for the win. Ricochet remains in Money in the Bank ladder match. Like whether there was any doubt. So then next matchup we have a women's match. We have Lacey Evans taking on another local jobber. For fuck's sakes, can we give Lacey some real competition? Fuck me. So yeah, also during this matchup, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Dana Brooke, and Natalya were all at ringside because Lacey wants to impress all 4 of them. Yeah, impress all 4 of them by beating a local jobber that literally takes no fucking talent to beat. Good one. Good idea, Lacey. Good idea. And of course, we'll skip right to the match ending. Lacey wins easily, like there was any doubt. So then after the match, Lacey grabs the mic. Lacey goes on and insults all 4 of them, saying that they're going to waste their Money in the Bank opportunity. Is Lacey Evans possibly foreshadowing the inevitable of a failed women's Money in the Bank cash-in the future? We're going to have to wait and see. Because it's not a matter of if we have a failed cash-in in the future, but when. So then Becky Lynch's music hits, and then Becky Lynch, the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, comes out to the ring. All four at ringside then stand with Becky Lynch. Becky runs in the ring, and then a brawl ensues between Becky and Lacey. So then, as soon as Becky gets the upper hand, Lacey gets out of the ring and retreats to live to fight another day. And of course, both will be facing each other at Money in the Bank when Becky goes double duty, defending both the Raw and the SmackDown Women's titles in back-to-back matches. Well, right now, if you believe the rumor on the street is Lacey Evans is supposed to be winning the Raw Women's title, because it would get a bigger reaction from the crowd than Becky Lynch retaining the title. Makes sense. Like, to be perfectly honest, I think Becky's only going to walk out with only one title. I see Becky dropping the Raw Women's title. Like, the Raw Women's situation, Lacey Evans was just called up to the main roster. Like, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, you have Lacey lose. You kill off whatever momentum she has. But if you have her win, then you can have her ride that wave. Plus, Becky Lynch cannot carry the weight of both women's divisions. She can carry one, but she can't carry two. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see how that goes. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So next up, we get a tag team match. We get the Raw Tag Team Champions Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder against the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. On NXT, they're still being called the War Raiders since they're still NXT Tag Champions. But on the main roster, they are the Viking Raiders. So highlights of the match. Zack and Kurt's double drop kick was good. Zack's pump knee followed by a low drop kick was pretty good too. Zack and Kurt's side Russian wig sweep clothesline combo, pretty well done. Kurt's sweeping low drop kick was good along with Ivar's seated senton. Zack's missile drop kick was good along with Eric's running knee. Match ending. The Viking Raiders hit the Viking Experience on Zack Ryder. Viking Raiders get the 3 count for the win, and they pin the Raw Tag Team Champions. Does this mean potential Raw Tag Team title opportunity in the near future? We're gonna have to wait and see. So then next up, we then get another Firefly Shithouse segment, where now all of them are having a picnic, as we go and see what other great ways WWE is going to waste Bray Wyatt's career. Bray really deserves fucking better than this. We're just gonna move on. So next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get Drew McIntyre versus Boring Fuckface. So Drew comes out, gets a good reaction from the crowd. Roman comes out and gets booed. Same boring entrance again. To the matchup, highlights and Roman fails in the match. Roman's selling looked like shit. His strikes looked fake as fuck. Drew's overhead belly-to-belly suplex is pretty good along with a standing suplex. Drew's overhead arm drag looked kind of questionable because of the way Roman jumped up in the air. It looked like shit. It's like, what the fuck was Roman doing? Roman's standing suplex was meh. I mean, it's born Roman Reigns. Drew's big boot to counter a drive-by was pretty well done too. Good timing. That was something I've always wanted to do to that move. Drew's reverse Alabama slam into the apron was pretty good too. Drew's glass cow kiss was also good. Roman's DDT was meh also. Drew's twisting side slam was good too, but that got a kick out at too, because ain't a Roman Reigns match without spamming the shit out of kickouts. So then Roman does his BS Superman comeback, the punches, clotheslines, boots, Samoan drop, 10 clotheslines of shit in the corner. Roman's midair stupid man punch was meh. And Roman, that got a kick out at too. Drew then hits the second Glasgow kiss, which is pretty good. Leads to the match ending. Roman hits the spear on Drew. As Roman goes for the pin, Shane McMahon and Elias come out and then attack Roman Reigns, forcing the DQ. So Roman Reigns was going to win the match anyway, regardless. So then after the match, Shane and Elias go on and continue to attack Roman for post-match assault. And then the Miz's music hits, and then Miz comes out with a steel chair to come to the aid of Roman. Shane sees the chair and then retreats through the crowd. Miz then goes on and chases Shane through the crowd. While this is all happening, Drew McIntyre gets up and then hits the Claymore on Roman Reigns. And Drew McIntyre and Elias are both standing tall. Even though Roman won, Drew and Elias are still standing tall, because when Roman beats Elias, it will actually mean something by building Elias up just to feed him to Roman. But meanwhile, backstage, Miz would catch Shane McMahon by Shane's limo, and then Miz would attack Shane with the chair, throwing a lot of chair blows. Shane would then turn the tide with hitting Miz with a low blow, and then Shane gets in his limo and the limo leaves. So yeah, Shane may have retreated tonight, but at Money in the Bank, when Shane and Miz face off in a steel cage, there will be no running or hiding for Shane there. So continuing on, next up, we get what was supposed to be a tag team match between the Revival of Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. But before the match, the Usos would come out. The Usos, of course, still making fun of the Revival for shaving each other's backs. So this is just WWE taking a joke and running it straight into the ground. So the Usos go on, they introduce Uzi Hot Cream for the Revival's back to help with their the shaving. So Revival go on, they try this cream, and it does not end well. It burns them badly. Scott goes on, he wipes his ass on the mat like he's a dog. It's like, what the fuck is this? And then Dash tries to wipe it off by going on his back. And the way Dash was selling it looked like Dash was having a mini stroke. It's like, what the fuck was that? So then Revival go back to the stage. The Usos then give him water, telling him that will make him feel better. So Revival go and they pour water on themselves, and then the Usos tell them that water just made it worse, and then the pain intensifies. So both of them goes backstage, the Usos stand tall, the match is ruled a no contest, cause the bell never rang. Poor Gallows and Anderson. Poor bastards. Here's the good news, Luke and Carl. Your contracts are up at the end of September, and it's already announced that Gallows and Anderson are not coming back in September. So yeah, when their contracts are up, they're fucking off. Probably to AEW or New Japan to go join members of the Bullet Club. Oh yeah, and it was also announced the Revival's contract, which will be up next spring. They already announced they're not extending an extension, and that they will both be leaving in 2020. Yep, this just shows how much of a poorly run car crash the company is, because everyone's taking the first chance they can to get the hell out. Wish I could say the same for Sasha Banks. But Sasha can't because of WWE's new bullshit policy. So yeah, Sasha still has a year to serve. So yeah, Sasha's gonna pretty much, even though Sasha and WWE are still not on equal terms, and it's obvious that both sides parting ways is the best option right now. But Vince is pulling every excuse to keep Sasha. But all Vince is just doing is delaying the inevitable, which is Sasha fucking off to join AEW. Just like how Dean Ambrose is already fucked off. Yes, it's happened. Dean has officially gone. Dean Ambrose has officially changed his name back to Jon Moxley. Rumors are saying he's either going to AEW or he's going to Impact, which is formerly TNA. Either company is better than WWE, and they're still getting a great talent regardless. Maybe on the indie scene, Dean Ambrose can actually be the edgy heel he was supposed to be in WWE. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe this means I should go watch some other companies too to see how Dean does. But continuing on, next up, we have No Way Jose comes out to the ring with his cringe Congo line. And then Lars Sullivan music hits, and then Lars Sullivan comes out. Lars goes on and then murders the entire Congo line. And then Lars goes on, he attacks No Way Jose. No Way Jose tries to fight back, but Lars would hit the freak axe on Jose, followed by the sit-out powerbomb. Lars stands tall, and then we find out that Lars is a member of SmackDown. And this violates that 3-person wildcard rules. Then we go Finn's backstage. Yeah, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Alright. We're going to change the wildcard rule to now 4 competitors from SmackDown going to come to Raw, and then 4 competitors from Raw come to SmackDown. So, yep, they're just changing the rules as they go along, and yes, they can do that. Because if you look in the last page of the WWE rulebook, it says all of these rules are to our discretion. And to translate into simpler terms for people to understand, what that means is none of the rules we make in this book matter, and we're just going to make them up as we go along. And then that answers the question. And then when Vince was asked about Elias, Vince, yeah, you know what? Elias don't count toward the rule because you know what? He's with Shane McMahon. And anybody that's with a McMahon gets a free pass. Yeah. Once again, making up rules as we go along for this Gong Show. So then next up, before we get to our main event, we then find out that next week WWE will officially be going across the pond to the UK in London and Manchester and Liverpool. So I guess next week, or to start this week, is going to be WWE's overseas tour, right before Money in the Bank. Well, I knew we were getting close to the UK tour. This is like the yearly time of the year where we go over to the UK. So yeah, alright. Hopefully there's no spoilers on the WWE app, like they do at every other UK show. Please stop fucking spoiling what happens on UK episodes of Raw and SmackDown, please. But anyway, continuing on, next up we get to our main event for the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston defends against Daniel Bryan. Highlights in the match: Kofi's cannonball dive over the top rope was good, along with his head toss. Kofi's springboard splash was also good. Throughout the match, Daniel was targeting Kofi's left shoulder, trying to soften it up for the label lock. Kofi's payaway kick was in the corner was good. Daniel's overhead slam from a Future Shock or Dirty Deeds position into an armbar was pretty well done. Great sequence from Daniel. Daniel and Kofi's double crossbody in the middle of the ring was pretty well synced on point. Daniel's overhead back body drop over the top rope was pretty good too. Kofi took a hard landing from it though. Kofi's frog splash to the back was good. Daniel's bell walk is pretty good too, but Kofi would fight out by forcing the rope break. Daniel's vehicle kicks was good along with Kofi's boom drop. Match ending, Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise on Daniel Bryan. Kofi gets the 3 count for the win. Like, was there any doubt Kofi was going to lose the WWE title? And oh, by the way, as we end Raw, and as we end the Raw review, it's also rumored that Kofi's going to be retaining at Money in the Bank over Kevin Owens. Because for the next WWE show in Saudi Arabia, one match being advertised for that show is Kofi Kingston versus Goldberg for the WWE title. Yes, you heard that correctly. Goldberg is coming back. And to make things interesting, rumor is that Goldberg's supposed to be winning the WWE title against Kofi Kingston, per Fox's request to have another Goldberg-Brock Lesnar feud. Because that's what we need right now. And also, since you heard there, yes, WWE extended Brock Lesnar. They extended Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar is retiring from MMA. Oh, fuck. And Brock Lesnar is supposed to be facing Seth Rollins for the Universal title at the Saudi Arabia show, which means Seth is retaining against AJ Styles at Money in the Bank also. Oh, God. So now we could have the potential of 2 part-time champions. That's the doomed worst-case scenario, having 2 part-timers as world champions. But do we really need another fucking Goldberg-Brock Lesnar feud? Every match they've had has sucked. Like, fuck. Do we really need another feud between these two? And also, why do we need more part-timers as champion? Especially Goldberg. Goldberg's already a Hall of Famer. What does Goldberg benefit being WWE champion at the point he's at right now? He literally benefits nothing. Like, what the fuck? But when you look at things from a simpler point, you then realize that ratings are still at a record low. Like, I think this is no news to anybody that ratings are at a record low. And WWE has all but pushed the panic button. Like, they pushed the panic button, they're willing to get the ratings up high at all costs. Hell, they're even considering bringing CM Punk back. But CM Punk wants nothing to do with WWE anymore, because he's still not on good terms with Vince and the McMahons. Even though Vince is offering CM Punk a boatload of money. But CM Punk will not take the deal. Because CM Punk knows how much of a shithole this company is and wants no part of it. I don't blame Punk, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, anyway, to Raw. Raw gets a 3 out of 10 from me. But yeah, another poorly run Gong Show. Vince, I've offered you this solution all along. 3 words. Blow it up. Blow it up. Rebuild. Restart from scratch. Bring on the youth movement. Sell everything of value. It may be a tough 3 to 5 year rebuild, but I think it's worth it in the long run, than just being at best a mediocre trash heap company. Like, man, like when your talent is taking any chance they can to get out, there is a problem. And let's be real. Anybody that signs an extension with this company is only doing it for the money. Let's be real. Because Vince is willing to overpay anybody and give everyone better contracts just so that they don't jump ship to AEW. A quick disclaimer, I'm not going to knock on anybody for signing extensions with WWE, because keep in mind, they all got families to provide for. And they're obviously going to take the best deal available. And with WWE getting $1 billion from the Fox deal, and then $100 million for the 2 Saudi Arabia shows, they're gonna willingly overpay everybody just to keep them. But yeah, like it's crazy. Like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, in 20 years ago, WWE was the place where you would go if you wanted to make your name for yourself in the wrestling industry. Now, 20 years later, the indie wrestling scene is where you want to go if you want to make a name for yourself in the industry. And WWE is the place you go to where you've already made a name for yourself and you just want to make some extra moolah. Because money, money, money. Money talks. Idiots walk. But yeah. So yeah, in 20 years, WWE went from being a model company in the wrestling industry to being a laughingstock in the industry. Like, when you were able to turn yourself down, take a complete 180 from where you were 20 years ago to now, you know something drastically went wrong in the pipeline. Honestly, WWE, go back to your roots. Go back to what made your company successful 20 years ago. Because the way you're going, you're not going to last long. But yeah, just get this quick rant out of the way. So yeah, that's all I got to say, folks. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out.